So, yeah. 2020 is almost ending in just 2 days. But I'm making this video early just because, I don't know. It's almost New Year, obviously. But, yeah, 2020 has been one of the more harsher year than all the rest, just because of COVID, people dying, and just overall, like, horrible. I mean, it's just stupid how people just go out and like get COVID all the time. But in this specific video, I will showcase 20 of my top 20 cardboard creation over the past 3 years, and I'm going to tell you guys a story based on it. And I want to see if I can remember because it's been like 3 years now, and I haven't and I'm still making stuff, obviously. And so, yeah. You can also see that pink sticky note right here. Basically, that is just a showcase, like 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, and whatnot. All the way down to 1. And so, this entire video is not going to be edited. It's just going to showcase the entire thing, story, maybe some goofy stuff. But, yeah. Let's start with number 20, I guess. Yeah, number 20 goes to this weapon here. This tiny boy here is only like, I don't know, 3 feet tall. It's up to my hip, I think. But this is number 20 in my list because it was the first thing that I made out of cardboard. And back then I didn't have any hot glue or anything else. And so what I just did was overlap each of the cardboard together, as you can tell here. And I just taped them all up together. Like, if I didn't have creativity back then, all I just did was play games throughout the entire year. That would just be stupid. And learn and whatnot. But now that I made stuff out of cardboard like this, it gets really, well, one, interesting because, this was my first weapon that you can wield, obviously. And so, yeah, first thing made back in early 2018, I think. So, over 2 years now that I've been making weapons. Yeah. Number 19 goes to this thing. I don't know why. Well, the reason why I choose this as number 19 is because at the start of early 2020, the moment when COVID hit, we had to stay home and learn online and whatnot. And so our engineering teacher told us that our homework is to make a life hack. And what I did was making a life hack of a fly swatter using cardboard. And you cannot use any tape, if I remember. Because, one, like, the homework is about, like, a life hack where you do, like, how should I say it? I don't know, like, make a life hack video showcasing what you build out of cardboard without any tape. And thus, I chose this as my life hack. And so this goes to number 19. And also, what's interesting about this one is, when I was making the video, I did not showcase it. But what you can do with this is unlock this strip right here and just fling it like a frisbee. See? But yeah, that's number 19 on the list. Number 19. Okay. Number 18 goes to this one. This tiny box or whatnot. No, it's not a box. Well, it is. But it's actually my first puzzle that I made out of cardboard. These triangular pieces are like super tiny. And luckily I didn't lose one. But if I were to lose one or whatnot, I had to play the entire thing and figure out which one I missed. Because I sketched everything out of cardboard, and these pieces goes from like, what, 1 inch to maybe like not even a centimeter, as you can tell. But yeah. And I labeled the dots right here just to showcase them that you're supposed to put this side, right side up. You cannot fit them upside down. And I made up one solution right here at the time when I was making it. But when I showcased this to my friend, apparently he got another solution different than mine. And so I was like, but yeah, number 18, my first jigsaw puzzle. Number 17 goes to this one. Now here, like obviously it's made by cardboard, but what you're thinking is like, what, is it a suitcase? No. This is actually my first lock puzzle right here, where all the pieces move around and stuff, and it's just amazing. Like, I actually did have fun making this, and I showcased this to everybody in, I think, lunch, or, I don't know, classroom, when we were, like, not busy with homework, and I was like, hey, solve this. My friend, like, a lot of the time, my friend was like, huh? Like, they're just moving pieces around, not knowing what to do, and they usually get stuck right here. They don't know what to do next. But, this took, I think, 5 or so hours, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, it's been like a year and like 3/4, I think. So it's like during my sophomore year when I don't even know how long it was. It was during my sophomore year, during second semester, but no biggie. Number 16 goes to this weapon here. Now, this weapon here is number 16 because this humongous son of a is actually the first weapon I made that is over my height. As you can tell, I'm like about 5 feet 4. Not sure about my height, but if you look far enough, this weapon is 6 feet 8. Where did I write this? 6 feet 8. That's how tall it is. Right there. And just so you know, I completely made this out of cardboard with no glue. Back then I didn't have any glue gun or whatnot, and so this entire beast took so long to build. And also, I'm not sure if you can look carefully, but it is not straight. Also, I'm holding this one hand, using my elbow, obviously. Shoulders, elbow, whatever. But it is not straight because when I was making it, it doesn't, well, I was making it on the ground, obviously, and so this was pretty hard to build. I had to make this using yellow paper, I think, and not grid paper, because I don't think I have some back then. And so, yeah. So this is number 16, my first tall weapon. Number 15 goes to this puzzle here. As you can tell. So this puzzle is basically this puzzle is actually my first Hanayama puzzle, obviously. And basically you're supposed to find a way to remove all 4 pieces and then put them back together. I couldn't find any other easier way other than just making a 1 centimeter by 5 centimeter long piece and then just making a lot of them, glue them together and whatnot. And that's actually what I did. Wait, did I? No. So I made like a right angle rectangle, I think. If you look carefully. Right there. This piece. I made that with 8 pieces, I think. I think I made 16 and I put 2 layers on them, as you can tell with these cardboard. But yeah, this is also another one that I used tape And at that point, I actually did use hot glue with this one. And so I think this also... Probably not. This is probably not the first puzzle that I used hot glue with. I'm not sure which one I did. Probably the Jigsaw puzzle. But yeah. That's the Cast Quartet. My first Hanayama puzzle. Number 14. Number 14 was this weapon here. Now, you might be thinking, what the heck is this crazy invention? No. It's actually a weapon that I made. Bring just smacking around. However, this is actually my first cardboard weapon where the weapon actually change. Or like extend. So as you can tell here, this is the size of the weapon. And for some reason the tape does not stick anymore. Because it's already been that long. But it is about almost an inch and a half to my chin, I think. So yeah, I think this is also using hot glue if I remember, because there is wait, I'm not sure if I used hot glue on this. I think I probably did, because it is pretty strong with the handle. I'm not sure about the weapon itself. Yeah, I did use hot glue. Like, see this, like, what? 2 years now since I made this, and I don't remember all, like, the exact information about this, but at least I tried my best. And this did use not tiny bit, quite a bit of grid paper, not gonna lie. But to making this entire thing really influenced me, I guess. But also, this is also the first weapon that I made where it actually used two-sided tape, as you can tell with the white pieces here. And so, yeah, well, it barely sticks now due to the fact that these cardboard thing is here. But it's number 14 on my list, and I pretty much agree on it. Number 13 has to go to this weapon here. This battle axe from Ruby Rose and RWBY, I think. Where back then this was also a weapon that I made back then where I didn't have any hot glue. And what I did was I basically aligned stuff up to tape them with. And this is also the first time when I used a chopstick to divide out the pieces to make the axe. When I was pretty creative back then, but the entire thing took on a whole new level. Basically, there's a empty toilet paper roll for the actual step itself. There's this part right here that sadly I taped up because transforming is really hard. This part right here where I had to make 1, 2, and then the inside, which is hard to see, but there's 3 pieces in one. And I was like, back in the year, I was hoping to make this transform out and become a sight instead of a gun, as you can tell. Well, 1, it cannot shoot because that's the thing, but 2, it cannot transform because when it transforms into a sight, the pieces get so weak at the end. And so what I just did is just collapse them all up and tape them together, which hopefully makes this axe pretty unique. And it's also my first 3D one, as you can tell. This side is like pretty thick, and I actually have to encase the empty toilet paper roll. Overall, this is my first 3D one, and my first weapon that took so long to make. It actually took 27 hours to make this, and I even put it on my Snapchat, by the way. But yeah, 27 hours on this bad boy here, and I'm just done with it. It's number 13 anyway, so. Number 12 goes to this puzzle here. As you can tell, it's actually a bird puzzle. So it's like my first untanglement puzzle, where you can just slide the pieces back and forth to make them go in different places. And when I was showing this to my friend, like, I eventually showed him the answer because of how hard it was. But it's actually pretty easy. I think you can find the solution on like random puzzle channel or whatnot. But yeah, this is actually number 12 on my list because it's also my first bird puzzle that I made. The other one I made was on the shelf, not the one with the pink sticking out right there. Number 11. This one. So there was also another story back with this one. During my sophomore year, when I was ending my first semester in chemistry, I was showing my teacher this puzzle, and then I was like, hey, I think I should probably make a weapon throughout the entire New Year, I think. And so this was the weapon that I made during New Year, and I think it took 17 or 16, I'm not sure, wait, 18 or 19 hours? I'm not sure. But it's been that long. And after New Year and we got back to school, I showed my chemistry teacher this, and she was so surprised on what I can do. This is actually my first bulky one, I think, featuring 3D style. The cardboard is so glued to different angle, I guess, and it's not like perfectly straight. There's the addition of the spear, I guess. I'm not sure if this includes in the original Stickman video, but I haven't added that because why not? And you can also hold this one-handed, obviously, as you can tell. This weapon isn't that big, other than my other tall weapon, but it goes almost a centimeter to my chin, almost to my chin. But yeah, 19-hour worth of making, and I could probably still be able to make this shoot if I have time, but this might take a while. I already spent 19 hours on it. I don't want to spend more than that, okay? Number 10. This cardboard thing. There's a, well, let me show you. Where's my marker? Do I not have it? Where's my marker? It should be in here somewhere. Hold on. There's the watch. Oh, and so my marker is somewhere to be seen. I'm not sure where it is. But if I can just find it anywhere, then I can actually show you guys. If not, then I'll just deal with it. Okay, never mind. I don't know where it is. So yeah, number 10, this box. Basically, during my engineering class, like literally in the middle of an engineering class, I was working on my computer, and I was like, should I be making something? And then I was talking to my other friend across the other side of where I'm sitting, and I was like, hey, should I just make a whiteboard out of cardboard? And my friend was like, how are you gonna do that? I remember. It was a year ago. Well, starting today, it's gonna be 2 years ago. But this entire thing is actually a cardboard whiteboard featuring a place where you can store your pencil and your miscellaneous stuff. I think I might be able to, well, if I can, that is. But actually, one of my engineering teacher actually showed, like asked me if I were to like make an instruction about this and how to make it, and I was like, sure. Then I made a Google slide featuring this box and the material that you need to make it. But overall, this took, I think, 7 or something hours outside of school. But overall, this is actually really good. There's also a place to stand your phone or your iPad, as you can tell. So it's pretty convenient to have this on your side as well. Yeah, that's number 10. Which, there's another thing. Number 9 goes to... I'm not sure I want to bring it out here. Number 9. This humongous weapon that barely touches the roof of my house. Of my room. Rory's Mercury's axe. Now this thing, the handle looked ugly, I know, but oh gosh, okay, I might as well clean it up later. But this axe took so long to make. One, because of the structural size, the shape itself, the curve, this curve right here, another one down here. These 5, this top part is almost broken, I think. This entire thing, this section right here, and then this long stick. Yeah, I tried to recreate this weapon as how tall it was based on the character in Gate. And when Rory Mercury was holding it, she was hitting like somewhere like this. And so I measured it. And so I imagine myself wielding it, and it's apparently 7 feet 6. Overall, this took, I think, 6 or 7 hours to build, because I have hot glue and I measure everything out perfectly. The overall thing that took the longest was the axe part itself, and this part. The entire handle is like pretty easy to make. I just overlap each cardboard thing by like folding it, I guess, and make it look like this. But yeah, I'm hoping to wield this one-handed, but because of how heavy it is and me just balancing this on one finger, it is pretty heavy. But and also it did bend a tiny bit because one, the axe is heavier than the handle side, but I still don't know how I managed to get this in my room, but yeah. Overall, this is number 9, and yeah, number 9. Now I know where to place this. Ah! Number 8 goes to this. My handboard. Apparently, when I was watching some skateboard YouTuber like Sam Taper or Andrew Straw, or even Braille Skateboarding, I was like, okay, what if I make one handboard for myself? And so, basically I used multiple layer of cardboard, empty roll of scotch tape, I think, and some wooden chopstick, if you look right here. This entire thing took 6 or something an hour to make, which is an average for every single handboard I made. No, maybe even less if I work like pretty fast. Before it was just cardboard itself with no tape on top, but then throughout the entire year I put tape on it just to make it look like decent, and it actually came out pretty good. Also, it is broken, so I might as well glue this later. Yeah. That's number 8. Number 7. is actually another handboard. This. So this entire thing, like, is mostly soda taps, obviously. I've been drinking soda, like, I've been drinking 1 soda a day, and since I ran out, I cannot do that anymore. But my cousin, my parent, and somebody else also helped, and a few of my friends also helped me collect, like, a lot more of these. With this, there's still a tiny bit of cardboard here, just to make the wheels and stuff. Because if I use bearing for wheels, oh my gosh, 1, it's gonna be so heavy you cannot do any tricks, and 2, it's gonna make a loud sound if you were to play with it. Like, I have it right here. It'll just make this sound. But when you play with this one, you can barely hear it. So overall, me collecting all of these soda tap, it actually took quite a while. It took me around like 4.5 years, something like that, and I happened to end up with 315 of these soda taps, which I made look like that. I put cardboard in the middle, a tiny bit of that, and a cardboard for the nose and the tail. But now here's the thing. This entire build, even though it took 4.5 years to collect all this soda tap, it still took me 10 hours just to make this entire skateboard happen. Because the chain, right, like for some reason the chain wouldn't affect the glue or whatnot. And so I have to lay it out like this, and just sprinkle hot glue on the edges. And if it doesn't work, I might as well just spray it all over. But I happen to choose not to. Yeah, that's number 7 on the list. Number 6, which I happen to have it here, is actually this box here. And if you're wondering, what in the world is this box? It's not just any normal box, by the way. I saw this on pictures and I was like, okay, why not make it? And this actually is a pencil box. From where I'm angling, you can barely see it. But I don't want to angle too much so that the pencil fall down. But you can store quite a bit of pencil. And you can actually store a ruler as well. Well, there's no ruler now because I'm actually using it while building. But yeah, a pencil box where you can store your rulers in here, pencil in here. And there's also another container for eraser, as you can tell. There. So, this was overall creative. When I showed it to my friend thought, "What, is that a minigun that you're holding?" No. Well, one, you can because of how it looks like it. But, no, it's not a minigun. It's a cardboard pencil box that I found on Pinterest. And overall it took me, I think, not that long, I think. But its overall abstract shape is just horrible. But, yeah. That was number 6. But now, we're getting to my top 5. Which is pretty interesting. Let me just find it. Okay. 5. This weapon here. 1, I'm actually not done with this weapon, despite how big it is right now. Because my cousin and her friend introduced me to this one game called Vindictus, and it actually gave me so many new ideas to weapon. And so when I was playing this one character in Vindictus, I was like, okay, what if I make that weapon for her? And so I made this dragon spine out of cardboard, and I said, what? It's upside down. As you can tell there, I literally wrote Dragon Spine Dark. Because basically if you're a dark character in Dragon Spine, well, a dark character in Vindictus, your weapon becomes dark and actually changes to a different weapon. And so this is the this is the Dark Dragon Spine for Mercury's Dark Transformation. And I wanted to go even farther than that. So, one, I'm not done with this because you can put more on the outside edge here and down here. Two, I need to make a chain for it, which might consider me more cardboard and more gluing and more time, I guess. Because this entire thing took me 19 hours. Even though it's like 7 feet tall. Like, holy heck. See? 7 feet tall. The other one is 6 feet 8, and the other one is 7 feet 6. Can you imagine how hard it was to make this entire my room? But yeah, I actually did start it outside of my living room, and I brought it all the way inside here. So this entire thing took so long to make. 19 hours, I think. So yeah. Number 4. And it's actually that box right there. I'm not sure you can see it. Right there, where there's the pink sticky note. If you can see it. That box right there, well, I don't want to bring it down because it's pretty dusty. But that box is supposed to be a binder that I was hoping to make before we start school. Because I had this idea where what if I make a binder that you can actually hold your water bottle, or any water bottle. Not just soda can, but water bottle. And one, it's not finished yet, because from where my finger is pointing, that is where the water bottle is. And where I'm pointing right there, instead of this pizza box right there, that's going to be holding a miscellaneous stuff, like folders, journals, composition books, because if I were to keep everything in my bag, that's going to be pretty heavy with all the cardboard stuff that I have in there. And so, yeah. Cardboard binder, overall not done yet, but I still have time to make it. Yeah. Actually, let me switch number 2 and 3 up. Hold on. There we go. Number 3 is actually this cardboard puzzle that I made. As you can tell here, there are 9 pieces in total, and there is 121 different dotted holes in here in this grid paper. Basically, the goal is to put this entire put every 9 pieces in to where none of the pieces overlap each other and none of the pieces overlap the border right here. Now this is number 2 because it is actually the number 1 hardest jigsaw puzzle that I ever made. Give credit to Carl Hoff because he was the one that invented it first. And when I saw Chris Ramsey play this puzzle, I was like, okay, what have I made it? Like, what have I made it out of cardboard and tried for myself? And so overall, this puzzle didn't take a while to build, but the pieces itself took a long time because the chopstick keep falling out. Another thing with this puzzle is that I left the build for it like a year and a half now, and I gotten back to finishing this, and so this entire thing took, I think, not even close to 8 hours of building, I think. So, not 8 hours of building, but it did took 2 days or something for me to solve it. Which is a solution that's on YouTube, but I did not cheat, obviously. What I did was I put the solution on YouTube and I cover half, like the entire screen, and then move my hand to the left a tiny bit, just so that I can see the right side of the pieces. And so, yeah, I used YouTube as a hint instead. I did not use the solution. But yeah, number 3 on the list, the hardest jigsaw puzzle, hazmat cargo. Yeah. Number 2. I'm gonna sit down for this one. I'm not gonna take it down. That box right there. The one where the grid paper is on top of it, right there. That was actually a thing that I made before Labor Day started, I think. And it was supposed to be a reinvention of number 10, which is the whiteboard here. However, it's gonna be like 4 times bigger and 8 times the amount of whiteboards. Now since I don't know where my marker, like dry erase marker, went, and I have no other place to find it, I guess. Yeah, it's gonna be like that. Also, for number 2, that whiteboard catastrophe it's actually not done yet, because I'm planning on making a place to store my pencil in there instead of the other one, and that one was just overall suspenseful. But it happened so that, well, I was making it to the point where I cannot finish it in time yet, and so I left that project on hold and continued on with my day, I think, because I have school today. And so, yeah. Now we're on to number 1. And you might be wondering, hey, where's that box right there? Out of all the stream and all the stuff that I did, that box used to be right there, right? Well, I took it down, and that's actually my number 1. Let me bring it up. There it is. Fallen Dynasty. Haha. There's probably a humongous story on this that I'm willing to say, and it might take up like the entire stream, like the entire video, I think. So let me get to it. So basically, this all started out with yes, this is unedited, so no biggie. But yeah, it all started out with me and 2 of my friends in game programming, and the teacher was like, since this is a game design, like game programming class, I want everybody to create a board game of some sort. And well, it's supposed to be with yourself and a partner. But my friend as a teacher, we can actually do it in the group of 3. And so me and the 2 names that's on here, well, I want to mention, that's fine. But Sindun and Duke was a part of my team, and we were figuring out what name that we should do based on what board game it was, and we came up with Fallen Dynasty, which I happened to make it up, I think. Then it all started out with sketching those mechanic and stuff and whatnot. Like most of the board game that featured dice are like just roll the dice, move that many space, and it's your opponent's turn. That's the normal board game that everybody made. Not this one. What happened was we took the dice idea and we combined it with like some battling game in I don't know, online game and whatnot. And so what we did was we sketch out what the mana bar would be, what the HP bar would be, and what the overall castle would look like. And I do have the old picture on my school iPad, so let me show you. Oh, it's loading. But yeah, I do have the whoops. I still have the old picture of the old cardboard build before I updated it. But yeah, I'll show you later. I'll show you at the end of the video. I have to. But yeah. Oh, it's done already? Oh crap. It's 1%, so I can't do it anyway. Yeah. So what I was saying was, since we took the idea of like castle game, HP battle, HP mana, and roll the dice and whatnot, we took that idea and it came into life, and we actually made HP bar, mana bar, and some other stuff. And I think at December, it was still first semester of high school, obviously. And so last year, I think first semester of December, and it was around early December or late November, I think, is when we started making the board game. I'm not sure if that's correct, but it might be inaccurate. I might talk to my friend about that. But this, it was originally a tiny box, like a foot and something box before the update, and inside was just one tiny box, and dice was all over the place. There's only like 3 different cards that you can choose from, or 4 different cards, and HP bar and mana bar combined, and the castle, well, and the board itself looked normal. Like, here's the board. It's only that. It's like a foot and something. It's actually the same size as the white tile in high school on the ground whenever you step on them. But yeah. And so after we left for Christmas break, I had this idea of updating the game to make it look better. And what I did was throughout the entire Christmas break, I recorded a time lapse of myself updating the board game, rebuilding every single pieces: the castle, the HP bar, the mana bar, the board itself, the box itself, adding more card, fixing the shield, and a lot of stuff. And let me open the box and show you guys. Because this entire thing, I just want to show it off. I do have a lot of stuff here, so there we go. So this box itself is over 2 feet because of how tall it is. Let's look out here. And when I open it up, this entire thing lifts up. Because if you look at this was the original box that I had. And so I actually glued this thing here, onto this box hood. And so this actually lifts up. But what we have here, well, obviously you cannot see it, but I want to show off. Let me just take out like one piece of each. I'm trying to make sure if this is all mine or whatnot. But yeah. Let me just show off like the, I don't know, top 5 of these right here. But yeah. Well, not top 5. So right here, these are all the cards that I made throughout the time lapse. There's a total of more than 20, I think. More than 20 cards, which surprisingly I made a time lapse of me just looking at my iPhone, drawing a picture on construction paper, but it just so happened that this actually took a long time, and I still have 2 more right here. You can barely see them, just like laying down right next to here. But I might be able to continue updating this, obviously. Next is the shield, where I use rubber band to connect them together. But these shields basically range from HP wise, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And what's here is that I use this as a shield, because if you look at the image, you can barely see it. I actually use hot glue to actually draw out what's on the shield. These are all symbols of some, like these are all symbol of company, I think, but I just made them as a shield because it looks cool. And so what you just do is just put them according to the amount of HP that you have. Which, one, before I made this, the shield is just this without the entire thing, making it look horrible. Like there's no decoration, there's no color, there's no inspirational thing, and so I just yeah. And also the shield was not taped before. See, now it's taped. But that's just a shield. Now for the fireball. The fireball is like literally the first thing that my friend and I made. Well, it's mostly my friend because I did the cardboard build. They just they just used red and orange construction paper, crumble them up, and then tape them so that they actually look like fireballs. During the update of Fallen Dynasty, I was thinking to myself, should I like throw these away and make a pixelated fireball, like 2D fireball? But on the contrary, I was like, nah, I think I should keep this for a few more updates and then I should change it. Because with a fireball like this, there's no way anybody would just look like, oh my god, this fireball is trash. They just throw it away. No, I might as well keep it for a while now, and I might change it later in the future. Next is number 2 is the castle. This. Now this castle is actually way more decorated, or way more detailed than usual. Before, it was just a 3" by 3" by 3" box, and the castle itself looks horrible. I'm not sure if I have the original one, but the picture should show it at the end. But yeah. But now the box in the middle becomes 2 by 2 by 2. The outside here is 2 cm by 2 cm by 2 cm by 6. And overall, the detail of the castle is actually pretty good. Sadly, there's no color to it and no drawing on it, but I'm hoping to, I don't know, decorate it later on. Because this, like, I had to make 4 castles look exactly the same as this. And I need to figure out a way to make this easier. Because out of all the stuff that I did, it was so hard to do. Like, combining, like, if you look carefully, gluing the corner right here to the tower while gluing the walls to both this one and the other side right there. It was so hard to do. Like, I had to think of 4 different methods for each castle in order to figure out which one is easier, but then I managed to finish all of them. Number 1, Fallen Dynasty is actually this creation right here. You can barely see it. But before, there was no place to hold your car, and the HP bar is just like a bar, I think. You can just scoot the bar one by one. But yeah, this entire thing, that thing sucks. I took it apart. I left the mana bar here. Yeah, that's the mana bar. But I left it here. And I removed the top part with HP, and I made this so that it went from 10 to 20. And I also made this, where you can actually move out and place your cards. Yeah, logic. I actually have to measure the size of each card right here, and see if how far I need to space, this and this part out. And there's also one more in here, obviously, but well, there is enough room, so don't worry about it. Later on in the future, I might be able to update this to where you can actually hold it like a Yu-Gi-Oh card holder with HP and stuff. I might be able to do it today, except I just want to play a game. But this entire thing overall took, I think, I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5 hours to make 4 of these. Overall, like, I did take breaks throughout the entire thing, and it was pretty hard, but that's promising. So let me put this back in here, and let me just explain the thing about this. But yeah, Fallen Dynasty. Well, I guess I can place these back on the shelf now since I don't really need any of these. But another thing about Fallen Dynasty is that it's actually different than any other board game that my friend or the class did, because this entire thing was made up as a, if you were to roll the dice, the biggest number subtracts the smallest number, which gives you how much damage you would do to the other opponent. And over the month of me making this and having it done before it was due was surprisingly worth it, because it actually took me 15 hours in order to make the entire game. And now, because of the update of that box and the entire thing, it actually took me another 15 hours just to update, rebuild, fix, and whatnot. And so the entire build took 30 hours, which is the most by far out of every single cardboard creation I have in my room. Even the giant weapon I have there. But as of now, I still want to improve on, like, I still want to keep updating it, but I still need to think of what to do for the card holder itself and the box itself, because one, there's no instruction, and I haven't done the instructions since the last time I touched the box, which is not now, but yeah. And there was also another game mode that I wanted to make on that called Analyst Mode, where everybody get one of each card that they can actually reuse over and over if they want to. Like, if they were to choose that card, you can't use it, you have to place it back in the box, and then whatever comes out, you have to use that card. It's like Clash Royale-ish, except you don't summon any minions or whatnot, you summon spells. See? But yeah, 30 hours worth my time, 30 hours worth it, except nobody plays it. Sad. But yeah, out of all the YouTubers that make cardboard stuff, just yeah. Skateboard, handboard, weapon, board game, puzzle. I've gone over so much. And yeah, behind me, that's right there, is like a tiny bit more cardboard stuff. On the black shelf, there should be a lot more cardboard puzzle that I wanted to play, but it's just not that much. I also have a cardboard unfinished skateboard, which I haven't touched it since last year, I think. So no biggie. I think that's about it. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, well, I hope you guys enjoyed what I showcased. And all this puzzle and all this cardboard stuff will not be going on sale, obviously, because I spent so much time by myself doing this without anybody's help. And, well, except for the board game. My friend helped me on it. But everything else, I'm not putting it on sale. Like, I'm not selling them. I don't want money. I'm purposely keeping them because I spent a lot of time on it, and so I want you guys to make whatever you build. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video of me showcasing my top 20 cardboard invention, I guess, make sure to leave a like, make sure to leave a comment on which build you actually like. Make sure to press the subscribe button because apparently people watches my video, and only a small percentage of people that actually watch my video are actually subscribe. And so if you haven't already, subscribe already. It's free. You can subscribe whenever you want. And I think that's about it. I don't think I have any other thing to do. But yeah. Also, join my Discord server down below. There's only 3 people now, myself and 2 other people. I do want to see what your invention could be. So, in the Discord link down below, join that server, and yeah, I want to see what you guys build because I'm actually interested. Other than you watching me play Geometry Dash every single day, but yeah, I think that's it for now. Stay tuned for the Q&A tomorrow because I'll be doing that late at night because it's New Year tomorrow, obviously. New Year's Eve. And maybe I can actually interact with you guys as long as you guys turn the call. But yeah. See ya.